of this broadcast. Strength against strength, pitching star against pitching star. Chris Jones showing you why he's such a class pitcher for the Texans. And Clint Davis, a tower of strength for the MacArthur Cardinals. Looking at Chris Jones thus far, he has walked 2 men. He has struck out 8. In relief, Davis has walked no one. He struck out 4. As we go into extra innings in the 8th inning, we'll have numbers 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order for the Texans. First baseman Phil Verricchio, right fielder Greg Edwards, designated hitter Tom Getz. It's John Mihalik talking things over with Clint Davis.
First baseman Phil Verricchio.
Verricchio, first ball swinging, a ground ball to third. Gage's throw, got him, 1 away. Verricchio hit the ball in the hole, but Scott Gage came over, gloved it, and then made the throw. There's Scotty. Not only is he a good fielding third baseman, he is a fine pitcher. Gifted athlete. Greg Edwards, the right fielder. Ball 1. Boy, I know one thing that's probably in Greg's subconscious is the fact that he allowed the Cardinals a run when he overran a base hit, allowing the man to come all the way around from first base to score on that play. 1-1 our count now. When you're in this situation, suddenly you start going back and looking at the mistakes you made and realizing that, gee, if I hadn't done that, we would have already won this game. Baseball can be a very humbling game when you play it. 1-2 the count on Edwards. Davis delivers, sidearm, just off the corner. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 8th inning in a 3-3 ball game. Got him on a good pitch. Edwards has struck out 3 times tonight. That's strikeout number 5 for Clint Davis.
Designated hitter Tom Getz.
Getz, the DH, is up. He's 0 for 2. There's that soft sidearm curveball, strike 1. Davis always seems to spot that pitch on either the inside or outside corner. Comes back with a sidearm middle speed pitch, and it's 1-1. Not the real blazing fastball that he can release. He can change speeds, which makes him the effective pitcher that he is. 1-2 now the count. Well, Carl Childers had said that in the second game he was going to start Tim Moore, with the hopes that Moore would be effective, and when he ceased to be effective, he would bring in Clint Davis, and that's exactly what he has done. The 1-2 pitch, curveball, got him on strikes. In the top of the 8th inning for the Texans, they go quietly, 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7.5 innings of play, it's 3-all, and we'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Kevin Bailey.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman.
Be sure to join us this week on About Town when Catherine Wynn reports on the Las Colinas Corporate Art Show, and Scott Churchill brings us yet another insightful look at the movies.
And we'll also be taking you to the Gatlin Brothers Celebrity Golf Tournament and Gala Dinner.
Hot dog. Sure sounds like fun. Why don't you join us?
Clint Davis leads things off in the bottom of the 8th inning. Curveball inside for a ball. Davis, we should tell you, has retired the last 12 batters he has faced. Boy, talk about being in a groove. And he swings a pretty good stick. He's 1 for 3. That one off the thumbs. First baseman comes over and makes the grab, and there's one away. So he got jammed and fouls out.
Number 10, shortstop, John Mahalik.
A little swing off the inside of the bat. And Verricchio puts it away. Now John Mahalik. First ball swinging, fouls it off. John really has been sensational with the glove at both ends of this doubleheader. He's 1 for 3 in the second game. And he was robbed of a base hit. Grounding one behind second base. Only have Villalobos making a brilliant play to throw him out. Strike 2. Chris Jones rolling along like Old Man River here. Both these pitchers very dominant. You can see why they are the aces of their staff, and we've said that before, but I think it really bears repeating. Sensational pitching here. Mahalik just does stay alive. Well, Chris Jones made a tremendous mistake, but he was able to pitch his way out of it in the last inning. Fielding a bunt and throwing the ball away, allowing the very first man up in that inning to get down to second base with no one out. But he battled back. Now he's got one out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. A dribbler up the first base side could be tough play, but the first baseman wins the race and they're 2 down. So Verricchio has retired the first 2 batters in this inning. Good fielding play here by Verricchio.
7, right fielder, Eddie Palmer.
He picks it up and just makes this bag in time. One running stride in front of Mahalik. Eddie Palmer 1 for 3 this evening. Single to left field. Strike 1. If you've been watching this game pretty closely, you will see that a lot of these right-handed batters have been fouling the ball off to the right side around the first base dugout. They have not been able to get around on these pitches. There's one just blown right on by him. Strike 2. So Jones in the catbird seat right now. He's got an 0-2 count. Big advantage on Palmer. No one on, 2 outs. Ground ball. Here is Villalobos with it. Guns the throw to first. In time. Side retired. Palmer tried to slide into first base, beating the throw. A very quiet inning for the Cardinals. 3 up, 3 down. After 8 innings of play, there you see the results. We're tied at 3. And look how close this last play was, with Palmer grounding out to Villalobos, the shortstop, who just did get that throw over in time. That's a close one. But we had made mention once before of how evenly matched these teams are. So much so that as we move to the 9th inning, both these clubs will start the same numbers in the batting order. Numbers 8, 9, and on the top of the order. For the Texans, that will mean second baseman Kurt Black and third baseman David Jones, and on the shortstop and the leadoff man Ivan Villalobos. Those are the players that Clint Davis will be facing here in the ninth inning. And this is a good time in between innings to pay attention to the organizations that make these broadcasts possible. Irving Community Hospital, your well-being is our concern. Gerald Stavely, Martinizing, and dry cleaning with 12 locations to serve you throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And the booster clubs from both MacArthur and Irving High Schools. A lot of folks taking this ball game in, I'll tell you. Well, we've got a pinch hitter. Here is the first pinch hitter of the night. And I truthfully do not know. Oh, well, this is Bishop. Okay, Bishop leads off in a pinch hitting capacity, batting for Kurt Black here in the top of the ninth inning. Strike one. In their regular lineup, the Texans have but one left-handed hitting player, and that's Rumsey, the center fielder. Oh, goes after a bad pitch, strike two. Oh, 0-2 the count. Got him on strikes. Bishop up, and Bishop is down. And Davis has now struck out the last three men he's faced. He has 7 Ks. Third sacker, David Jones up.
Third baseman, David Jones.
It was Jones who won the first game with a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the ninth inning. Strike one, fastball right on the black of that outside corner. Beautiful night for a ball game. Boy, the weather has really improved. Here's the breaking pitch, swung and a miss, strike two. Boy, Davis is really in a groove now. He's got that rhythm down pat. A high hopper to the second baseman. 2 down. Hedges making the flip throw over to first base. 2 up and 2 down. And now Ivan Villalobos.
Shortstop, Ivan Villalobos.
Clint Davis out there on the mound. Pop fly out in the right center field. Second baseman back, makes the grab. Side's retired. Another 3 up, 3 down inning. Clint Davis has retired 15 straight batters. I mean, wow. Talk about proficiency. He is just a pitching machine. And it just shows, you know, really, when you get an outstanding pitcher, what it means in the ball game. Now, Black was pinched hit for. The second baseman had Bishop come up and bat for him in the top of the ninth inning, but he is back in there. He will continue to play at second base. You can do that in high school baseball. You can pinch hit for a player and put him back in the game. But he has to come back in immediately after he's been hit for. He can't sit down for a couple of innings and then come back in the game. And I think we're going to see a pinch hitter for the Cardinals starting things off for Kevin Gill. Jason Sturdy, a left-handed hitter, will be pinch hitting for the Cardinals as they begin play in the bottom of the ninth. That cry of "We back Mac" again. There is Jones out on the mound. Boy, this is going to be a tough game for either one of these players to lose. I mean, these two pitchers have just been outstanding. Sturdy is a senior, and a third baseman. He is a slap hitter. This is not a young man who's going to hit the long ball for you. He's the kind of youngster who's going to hit the line drive with a ground ball. Left-handed batter, his first chance in this game. Sees that first one sail high and away for a ball. So in the top of the inning, Tommy Cantrell pinched hit for his second baseman with a left-handed batter. Strike one. 1-1 our count. Carl Childers comes back to do the same thing, having sturdy bat for Kevin Gill. Jason, the left-handed batter, takes the breaking pitch down low, ball 2. 2-1. A run for the Cardinals now, and this ball game is over, and they move up in the divisional playoffs. Easier said than done. Fastball down low, ball 3. Jones thought that he had that in the strike zone. He once again is disappointed with the call by the umpire. Sturdy with the 3-1 count. Lifts one foul and out of play down the third baseline. Bouncing around there by some parked cars. So Carl Childers gave Sturdy the hit sign, saying if you think it's hittable, go after it. And that's exactly what Jason did. Now we've got the full count. Boy, Jones definitely wants to get this man out. There's one slapped down the left field line, foul. That would have been trouble had it stayed fair. The left fielder over chasing it, Wes Shank, would not have been able to catch that ball if it was just inside the line, and it would have gone all the way back to the fence. But as it is, it's just a long strike. Again, 3-2 the count. The big pitch, way up high, ball 4. Sturdy's on with the walk. So Jason Sturdy does his job coming in a pinch hitting role. He draws the walk. Just the third base on balls offered up by Chris Jones tonight. Sturdy now will be substituted for. Steve Mize, a freshman, will come in as a pinch runner.
Number 15, Steve Mize, pinch running for MacArthur at first.
There's Steve, hands on hips. As he takes his lead away from first base, he'll be less than 270 feet from home plate.
Second baseman, number 25, Darren
And Darren Hedges up there in second sacker. He of the untidy uniform. Darren beat out a bunt for a base hit. You think they may have him bunting this time, trying to advance the runner, throw over. And Mize is back. Mize a very cautious lead away from first. Again the throw. Hedges up, shortens up, tries to bunt, misses, strike 1. Jones came with some smoke that time, the fastball. So the Texans trying to keep that man down at first base, preventing him from advancing, getting in scoring position. Jones at third base, moving up. Throw to first, and again Mize is back. Earlier tonight, Jones picked off a base runner. Chris Jones, an excellent looking pitcher. Bunted foul, and oh, that hit Zimmerman. Boy, he got the foul tip, but he's up now. His manager coming over to talk to him, Tommy Cantrell. I'll tell you, you have to be tough to catch. It is a position, regardless of all the equipment you're wearing, it is easy to get injured. So 2 strikes on Hedges. And Hedges, who last time up surprised everyone, beating out a bunt single and then advancing to second on a throwing error by the pitcher. This time has 2 opportunities to bunt and can't do it. Mize a modest lead away from first base. Fastball outside. Again, Hedges had shortened up. indicating that he was going to bunt again. He's looking down at his manager, looking at the signals, still looking, and now he'll move back in. He knows what Carl Childers wants him to do. Jones really keeping Mize close at first base. Remember, Mize as a freshman obviously hasn't had that much game experience, and he's going to be pretty cautious. Wants to make sure he does not make a mistake. The bunt. Pushed up to the pitcher. It's a perfect bunt. Throws to first in time. Mize advances to second. So with 2 strikes, Hedges lays down the bunt and does a very nice job. That can be a very difficult play. Hedges pulls it off nicely. You'll see it again. Mize was sliding head first to second base. So the winning run is down at second base. There's Mize. Now he's less than 180 feet away from home plate. Kimbrough goes after a curveball off the outside corner and misses. Strike 1. Jones has had a lot of these MacArthur batters going after that pitch, and the same is true of Clint Davis. Carl Childers talking to Mize leading off of second base, really yelling, I guess would be a better word, so Mize can hear him. Oh, good pitch, right down the heart of the plate. Strike 2. Kimbrough thinking things over. He's down on the count 0-2. To the count. Here's a bunt right back to the mound. And he is out, and advancing to third base is Mize. I think Kimbrough really was trying to bunt for a base hit as to advance the runner. But as it is, Mize is now down at third base with 2 outs. And of course, the theory here, if you're wondering why would they do this? If you're down on third base, you can score from third base on a series of plays that would not allow you to score from second base. A pass ball, a wild pitch, an infield error, an infield base hit. All these things would allow you to score from third where you could not do it from second. Scotty Gage, the batter, pitched way outside, ball 1. Mize, a very cautious lead off third base. Carl Childers taking a long time talking to Mize down at third. And Gage looking for the signal, has it now, gets back in. So Jones again trying to pitch his way out of it. Now he steps off the mound, or at least off the rubber. That's another thing that'll score a man from third base with less than 2 outs. That won't score him from second. That's a balk. So you have many more opportunities to score from third than you do from second. The pitch to Gage. Good pitch. Strike 1. Right down the heart of the plate. Gage looking all the way. Well, Chris Jones pitched out of a tough situation 2 innings ago when the Cardinals had runners at first and second with no one away. Now they've got a man on third with 2 down. And the pitch. On the outside corner, strike 2. Gage just shakes his head in disbelief. Can't believe it. One of the things that really hurts a hitter to take a pitch like that for a strike, you start thinking that's really a ball, and anytime a pitch is off the corner, you're going to go for it. Just like Gage did right there. Went after a bad pitch and struck out. So again, the Cardinals threaten, but come away with nothing. And after 9 full innings of play, you see our score, MacArthur 3 and the Texans of Sam Houston 3. Both these teams have had their opportunities, and you know when this game is over, the losing team is going to replay this game perhaps for weeks after the season is over. It's so easy to replay a game that you've lost that you could conceivably have won. You play that game of, gee, if we had only done this or that, or if we didn't do this or that. Those are the games that will drive you crazy. It's a lot better if you're going to lose by a big margin. And you just figure, well, we did not deserve to win that game. We played so badly. But when you lose one like this, you can always say, oh, we should have really won it. We gave it away. Okay, to the 10th inning we go. Second game of this doubleheader. Both of them have gone extra innings. Unlike the Texans, who won their game in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Cardinals could not do it. So we move to the 10th. And Clint Davis has retired 15 men in a row. But the Texans have a good part of their batting order coming up right now. Hitters number 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Left fielder Wes Shank, catcher John Zimmerman, and the center fielder Roger Rumsey.
Number 10, left fielder for the Texans, Wes Shank.
Shank is 1 for 4. He singled in the 4th inning. Goes after the first pitch without success. Strike one. There's one hit sharply in a left field base hit. Shank is on. So Davis retired 15 men in a row before Wes Shank breaks it by singling to left field.
Heading next, catcher John Zimmerman.
Catcher John Zimmerman comes up. There is the bunt. Davis with it. The underhand throw to first base. One away. Good bunt by Zimmerman. Now here's the guy that the Texans really want to come up, and that's Rumsey. You can see Shank breathing deeply there. The bunt again, very nicely executed. Good fielding by Davis with the underhanded flip. Roger Rumsey is deliberately walked. They just say, hey, take your base, and that's good strategy. He has hit the ball sharply every time he's been up. So he got runners at first and second with one out. And going after the first pitch, Barricchio fouls it back, strike one. So the Texans, this is the first time they really have had a threat since the 5th inning. A ground ball, Hedges, fumbles it, bases loaded. Had Hedges played the ball properly, he would have gotten one out. It was not a double play ball. Playing it properly, he could have gotten the force at second base, or if worse came to worse, throw the batter out at first. But as it is, he bobbled it. Bases loaded now. And here is Greg Edwards. You'll see it again as Hedges bobbles it, and then that's it. Now we're back live, and the first pitch to Edwards in for a strike. Clint Davis has really got to bear down now. Swung on and missed, strike two. 0-2. And Edwards has been up 4 times in this game. He has struck out on 3 occasions, and that's what Davis wants right now. Let's see if he gives him that slow breaking pitch off the outside corner. 0-2 the count. Fastball off the outside corner, ball 1. Nice backhanded stop that time by Keith Williams. 1-2 the count on Edwards. Davis looks in. Checks the runners. Now they show squeeze play, and he fouls it back. And that should be the strikeout, and it is. He fouled it back, so he is out. When you bunt with 2 strikes on you and you foul the ball off, it is a strikeout, and no runners can advance. So they were trying the bunt, the squeeze play, and he fouls it off, so he strikes out. For Davis, it is his 8th strikeout of the game. He has walked 1 man. That was Roger Rumsey earlier this inning, and that was a deliberate walk. So the big second out. Remember, with 2 outs now and the bases loaded, no run can score as the result of an out. A long fly ball, if it's caught, ends the inning. A forced play ends the inning. You've got to do something other than that to score a run. Pitch swung on and fouled off the plate. Strike one. Designated hitter Tom Gentz, the batter. Darren Hedges, I know right now, feels awfully bad about things.